What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to basically be taking a look at the Wrestling Code's new gameplay reveal, gameplay release. Give us a taste of the game today. And man, I'm gonna say I've watched the trailer already, and I'm impressed. And you know what? I'm not gonna keep you waiting any longer to check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then we're gonna talk about it. Just take a take a quick look at it, and we're gonna discuss why I believe that the virtual basement's transparency with the fans and AEW's transparency with the fans and how their games are coming along differs from WWE 2K's transparency with the fans. And I'm basically gonna try to prove my point or make a point as to why I believe that the lack of information we're getting for WWE 2K22 is not, that is concerning. And it's something that, if anybody who's a fan of WWE 2K who's waiting for the next game to come out, y'all should be worried. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, and we're gonna talk about everything quickly. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, let's hop right into it.
Tell you a little story. Let me tell you a story about a young man from Detroit who did everything that he was supposed to do, who worked his ass off to make it, to fulfill his dreams, to make it to the top. And when he made it to the top, he beat everybody they put in front of him. What happened? What happened? 16 years later, let me tell you what happened. That young man was exiled. His legacy erased. And why? Because he spoke the truth. Because he stood up for what was right. 16 years in the darkness, but not anymore. Now, it's my time. We live in a world now that doesn't ignore prejudice, that doesn't turn a blind eye to the truth. 16 years, and it's my time to take back my legacy. The time has come. Nobody's safe from the return of the sun.
All right, guys. Now, I'm gonna have to start off by saying, the look of the game is absolutely amazing. Look at the textures on the model. The sweat, the skin, the you could tell what kind of what fabric he has in his shorts. From the turban on his head. If I'm not mistaken, this is Muhammad Hassan, right? From back in WWE, because it's been 16 years since I've seen Muhammad Hassan in the WWE. And I think that's who this is. And yeah, like I said, the Wrestling Code, the virtual basement, they just keep stacking the roster from Kurt Angle to Sandman, and even really here recently, they just got the Scream Queen Daphne. So yeah, I mean, you can even see the ripples in the mat on the, you know what I'm saying? Like just the looking at that texture in the background, the thunder in the clouds, the little fire burn. I mean, just the detail. You know what I'm saying? You can even see the threads of hair on the man's chins. You know what I'm saying? Guys, when we as WWE games fans, or we as wrestling game fans, not just WWE games, but just wrestling games in general, we have been, you know, I don't know, I guess you could say suffering, you know, because let's see, WWE 2K20 just released in a sham. And speaking of WWE 2K20, the last footage we got from them about the game was from at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? That was about what, 3-4 months ago that we seen anything or heard anything about what was going on at WWE. I mean, yeah, they showed us some mocap footage and whatnot, and showed us some the machine they used to scan the superstar's face. But if I'm not mistaken, at WrestleMania, WWE had a lot more superstars on their roster than they have right now. So maybe that is the reason. Maybe that is the issue with their game. Maybe that is why they have not shown any more footage, because they're scrambling, man. They're scrambling to basically, I don't know, figure out who they're going to put in the game. But if at about this time, see, we're about to go into August, and when WWE first revealed footage for WWE 2K20, it was August 5th. And the game released October 9th. And all they could show us was entrances and a little bit of the showcase mode, because the Fiend was hot at that time, and that's what they were using to promote that game. They didn't have any real gameplay to show us, in-ring footage or whatnot, model footage. The only model footage they had were the entrances. And those entrances pretty much look the same as the game before in 2K19. I mean, a lot of people still consider 2K19 the superior game when it comes to, you know, WWE games at this moment. And yeah, then you move over to AEW games, who've been ever so transparent the entire time that they've been getting their game off the ground. We've seen their footage 2 times over. The Darby Allin footage, I did a video about that. You remember the first footage we seen with Jericho and Kenny Omega. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, this is going to be a very different year for wrestling games. We're going to have 3 titles out there, guys. We're going to have Wrestling Code, AEW's game, and WWE 2K22. Maybe. And at this point, it's not looking good for WWE 2K22, in my opinion, because we don't know where they stand. We don't know what's going on. Now, that may not be all on the games, the developers' fault. It could just be on WWE. It's most definitely a WWE's fault as well, because I'm sure most of the people they had in the game, they already had models for, and they probably were going to do that, like slip those models in there, update them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Which means that we would not have gotten anything new, being as they don't have the people that they used to have, and they couldn't use those models as much anymore. Yeah, maybe they got to scramble to create new models, man. You know, and maybe that's taking up a lot of their time, and that just lets me know, or that doesn't it worries me. It's concerning, because yeah, I want to play, I want to see the game, and I'm looking forward to playing the game, but I have options now, and 2 of those options have got me so hyped that I'm not really thinking about WWE 2K22 right now. As a matter of fact, 2K22 in my mind is an afterthought. I honestly, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I forgot the game was coming out, but it's easy to forget that WWE 2K22 are trying to, or WWE or 2K games, or trying to release a WWE game this year. And like I say, it's just looking also just too reminiscent of how it looked when they tried to release 2K20. We haven't received any footage. We have barely gotten any useful information. And here we are now, rolling into August, You know, August 5th was when they released anything, started releasing any kind of hype for 2K20. We're coming into August. Or we looking at the same thing. They're not releasing anything. Are we going to? That's if they decide to release anything in August. So it's not looking good. And WWE games, y'all have to understand. For as long as we can remember, y'all have been the end all be all when it came to wrestling games. But like I said just a second ago, we have options now. And if y'all are looking to continue to be in this race, then y'all need to step it up, because this is the make or break year for y'all. If y'all's game does not perform well this year, you might as well go ahead and put a nail in the coffin and wrap it up. And that's no pun intended from Darby Allin's coffin drop. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to really evaluate what's going on. So guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. You think WWE gonna give us what we want this year? You know what I'm saying? What's going down? Obviously, it's gonna be a repeat of 2K20. You know, are you excited? Are you hyped for Wrestling Code? Are you hyped for AEW games? Or hell, are you hyped for WWE games? Put that down in the comment, man. Let's talk about it. Because as it stands now, the Wrestling Code and in AEW, they're giving the fans what we want. This is the definition of hype, and I think WWE and 2K games have forgotten that. I mean, let me know if I'm being too critical about this, but if I am, like I said before in other videos, man, that's just that passion. Because I hadn't played a good wrestling game in forever, and I'm starving. You know, and a big boy like me, when I'm starving, I get angry, and I'm not easy to deal with. So yeah, and you know how I am. I call it like I see it, and I tell it like it is, guys. So y'all have a good day. I said, like, subscribe, share this with your peoples, and let's get active down below in those comments, man. Let me know how you're feeling about this Wrestling Code, this Muhammad Hassan. You know, this game looks awesome. This game looks awesome, man. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Guys, y'all have a nice day. Take it easy. Stay safe. Peace.